Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Rye. And let me holler at you real quick. Let your imagination run wild. At one point, when you were young, you had all these dreams, you had all these aspirations. You felt like you were limitless. You were limitless. And the reason why you don't feel that way right now is because you allowed yourself to become jaded. You allowed yourself to conform. You allowed yourself to be reformed and conditioned by everybody else's goals and expectations of what they thought of you or what they thought you were supposed to be. You conformed instead of being reformed. You lost that spark. You lost that razzle dazzle. You lost that eyes on the prize because you allowed yourself to become jaded to what's around you. You saw everybody else around you settle for less, so you did. You didn't. You lost the ability to think the unthinkable, to dream of the unattainable. But what you fail to realize is nothing is unattainable. Get that spark back. It's still there, but you're suppressing it. Don't allow yourself to be suppressed. Don't allow yourself to be repressed. Don't allow yourself to be depressed. Don't allow it. You become what you allow. Anything that comes, anything that you come in contact with, you allow it. You give it permission. You give it permission to affect you, whether you allow it to affect you or not. Are bad things gonna come? Is negativity gonna happen? Are you gonna come in contact with people who are negative, who don't have no filter, who they have thrown in the towel and they're like exuding their discomfort onto you? Yes, that will happen. But you don't have to allow it to affect you. You choose if it affects you or not. Remember, let your imagination run wild. Those dreams, whatever you're thinking of, whatever that goal is, that idea, it can still be done. At one point, someone had to think of the airplane, the TV, the computer, the phone. The phone, a console. You know, someone had a thought. Let's make a movie. Who came up with movies? I don't know. I mean, somebody probably do know. I don't know the history, but what I'm saying is that every idea was just that, an idea. There was nothing physical to go off of. You know, a lot of people say, I see it when I believe it. If you have that mentality, you've already lost. Sometimes you're not going to be able to see the end of the tunnel. Sometimes you're not going to be able to see the finish line. You're going to be stuck in place then. If you're afraid of the unknown, you'll never be able to test your abilities. You'll never be able to face those challenges. You'll never be able to come and face adversity. Allow your imagination to run wild. Whatever it is. Oh, it's stupid. Okay? We have airplanes. We have cars. You know? We have self-driving cars. So what's stupid? Who's stupid? You know what I mean? It's stupid to think, I can't do it. It's stupid for you to try to say, I can't do it. That's stupid. If you really think about it, you know? Understand this. You can pick up your phone and call someone that lives thousands of miles away from you. You can FaceTime somebody that's in another country. So what idea is dumb? What is it? Understand that. So what I'm saying is that who are they to tell you that your idea, your thought, or your imagination is, oh, that's childish. Everybody says that too. That like once you stop being a child, like once you grow up and become an adult, stop dreaming, stop trying, stop taking risks. If anything, you should take more, because that could set you up for a better future. You don't get what you want out of living in fear. You're not going to get anything by being afraid to take risks, by being afraid to go for what you want. You're not going to get anything out of that. Those people that you look up to like gods, that have the jets and the cars and all that cool stuff, they took a risk. They took a risk. You don't just trip and fall into a #1 album. You don't just trip and fall into a Grammy, an Oscar. You don't just trip and fall into becoming a billionaire. It doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? People will say, well, what do you know? You're not in that position. You're right. But I think you have to do more than just like, you know, just stumble across it. So you had to go through trial and error to go to what you want to go to. So what I want you to understand is that whatever that thing you've been sitting on for a long time, you've been sitting on that thinking, nah, maybe one day, maybe in the future, maybe one day. You've been saying that for years, man. You've been saying that for years. You've been saying that would be cool. So do it. That would be cool. So do it. Do it. Like, literally do it. Stop saying maybe, yes, no, maybe so. Just do it. Forget about tomorrow. What about today? What about today? So understand that once you allow your imagination to run wild, there's nothing that you can't do. Even if you fail, failing is a part of the process. You don't you don't get to the goal without trial and error. Failing doesn't even mean it's over. That's just one aspect that didn't work. Okay, so it didn't work when I did this. Let me try it another way. Let me do it another way. Let me do something different. Let me switch gears. Let me switch up my style real quick. You know? If one way don't work, try it another. You're not going to be able to run from what you're destined for. You're not going to be able to see what works if you don't test out multiple theories and multiple hypotheses and multiple different ways of trying to figure out what you want to figure out. You can't just try once and be like, oh, well, that didn't work. How do you know? How do you know? So understand that once you allow that imagination to run wild, it'll take you to places it'll take you to rooms that you were like, wow, you envisioned yourself here. You're like, oh, well, maybe I can make it to, like, I just want a good living. No, you're going to be living in abundance. You're going to be bountiful. You're going to be living in this place of clarity that you'll never have to worry about if I have it or can I do it or what. You'll never be able to worry because you allowed it to take control. Sometimes you got to just let your spirit take control. Let your imagination, let your mind, your spirit, your body, your soul take control. And it'll lead you to exactly where you need to be. And once you do that, it'll take you to higher places. You set a threshold for yourself. You set a cap for yourself where you thought, well, maybe I can go here, maybe I can go there. No, it's going to take you to places where you are like, well, I did that. You're going to be looking at yourself like, whoa, how did I even do it? You allowed it to. Since you allowed it, you become what you allow. Since you allowed it to happen, it took you to places and you were a free spirit. When you're a free spirit and you're letting it flow, you aren't allowing anything that's negative, anything that causes you discomfort to disrupt your pattern, to disrupt your passion, to disrupt you and corrupt you into thinking negative thoughts and automatically thinking you're going to fall short. You can't fall short when you allow yourself to just be. I've said in multiple videos, but people talk about where to be, who to be, what to be. But sometimes you need to just be. And I've said that before, like Ryan, you said that before. But I'm saying it because it's important. Enough of the theatrics, enough of the formalities. No, be free. Let yourself go in a healthy way. Don't allow yourself to fall by the wayside. Don't allow yourself to derail yourself off your journey. But sometimes you need to just stay calm. You need to breathe in and let yourself think. When there's all these distractions, when there's all these things that are like, it's kind of like an alarm going off in your mind. You can't think clearly. You're not thinking clearly. So how are you supposed to come up with an idea? How are you supposed to come up with something that's going to put you in a better position in life when you are so phased, you are so frazzled by all these other things? Well, I got to do this and I got to get this and I got to go here and I got to talk to this, and what if this don't work, and what if I fall, and what if I get scared, and what if this happens, and what if people laugh at me, and what if people joke on me, what if people are mean to me? Like, you're not operating at your best of your abilities. You're not thinking about the goal. You've lost the plot. You don't lose yourself in anything. A person, a goal, a journey, anything. Don't lose yourself in anything. Once you allow yourself to lose yourself in anything, you're not focused. Understand that. Allow your imagination to run wild. It'll take you to places where you thought you weren't even allowed to be there. You're like, man, should I even be here? Yes. Why? Because you worked for it. You earned it. Cheers to this. You earned it. No one can tell you who can tell you where and what you should be. You're not a placeholder. You're not a placemat. No one could just like tear you apart, put you back together, put you somewhere and say, this is where you belong. Who are they to tell you anything? You are in control of your own life. Understand that. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new and if you like. And remember, you got this, homie. It's already yours.